Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Alec Nance. This is Conscious Connect, and today I want to talk about scarcity and how it impacts relationships. When I say scarcity, what do I mean? Lack of funds, usually, lack of money, lack of resources, lack of love, lack of opportunity. Um, these things change us. These things change our mood. They have very heavy effects on our emotions, and they will alter your decision making process. I say all that to say it is it's good practice to be mindful of when you're under these conditions. This may be something that isn't like super common with you. You may just be perpetually under scarcity. A lot of people don't know they're under scarcity. You know what I'm saying? Some people grew up that way and it's just the norm. I think that is a lot more. How do I say? I guess safer than feeling the high and then coming down to a low. Maybe having a lot and then having very little. That these things take a great toll on our emotions, relationships, and like I say, the decisions we make and the factors around what choices we make. I'm honestly here just for the mindfulness of everything. Not necessarily convincing you to make certain decisions, whether you are or are not under scarcity, you're going to do what you're going to do. It's just very good to be mindful of things aren't regular for me right now. I may have suffered a loss. I may have lost a job. I may be going without something right now. I may not have as many options as I should have, normally have, or would have if I was under different circumstances. So these are all things to just kind of meditate on and also look back on current times. If you're in a kind of a cycle, something you've experienced before, it's good to kind of look back and see what decisions did I make at that time and use those old situations to kind of guide you to where you need to be. People are often prone to make mistakes, say things they wouldn't do, and I'm going to get to that later. All I want to just let you know is you're not your normal self. You're not as happy as you could be under certain conditions, and it will affect you if you let it. But there's ways around it. I'll explain to you guys. When I say scarcity, I'm just gonna go ahead and use money as an example. You are financially hindered in some way. You could be just dead broke, without a job. You could be homeless. You could be, struggling somehow or owe people money. Whatever the case is. Not your normal set of circumstances, right? Or maybe it is. I bring this up because conditions just simply are the way they are right now for you. You can't snap your fingers and just change anything. So, what you want to be mindful of is not making anything worse. When I say worse, I mean the way you treat people, the way you treat yourself, acts of self sabotaging, maybe thinking that things are already so bad. Life's kind of a free fall right now. I can do whatever. Things can't really get any worse. So, your mood. You know what I'm saying? How are you treating the people closest to you? How are you disciplining your children? How are you responding and acting towards your lover if you have one, your friends? Are you isolating? Just things to be mindful of. Keep going over mindfulness because I can't necessarily give you any advice on what's right. Mindfulness is just it'll help you take the stoic approach to most things. Really take a deep dive into your circumstances, how things have impacted you in the past. Like, does this go back to childhood? Why are you in this cycle? Um, Life is such a spiritual journey, and if you are in scarcity right now, it's just your time to be in scarcity. Kind of surrender to that, accept, and things will be okay. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't make things worse. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself. I would seriously just meditate on the problem. Think about not necessarily how things have come to be this way. Ultimately, find you a path forward and focus on long-term solutions. That's what's going to guide you out of this. Your long-term solutions, your plan moving forward, where you want to be 6 months to a year from now, 3 months from now, or just whatever scarcity you're in, you can solve how you get out of it. The hardest part is just waiting on when does this moment come. Truly what this video is about. The time in between where where you're going, you know where you are right now. It's just the in between, like how do I manage my relationships, my thoughts and views towards myself, my hobbies. Man, I would say if you're under scarcity, you're kind of just in the ICU right now, the emergency room. So just be soft and tender. And honestly, during this time, just where you should be kind of coming together with those closest to you. nurturing those relationships a bit more, because it's one thing to be suffering from scarcity. It's 10 times worse when your relationships are kind of chaotic or in fire. We've seen it so many times. Somebody may be struggling a bit, stressed out. These things come with stress. I'm not saying it's wrong to be upset because of your scarcity, but these things just come with so much emotional turmoil on top of the actual circumstances. We'll go and make things transparent with those closest to you. Hey, I don't got it right now. Things are tight. Things are different for me right now, and I kind of just gotta lay low, lay back. Something. You know it's gonna work, but I would say, man, act like you just had a honestly, act like you have like a terminal illness or something. I know that might sound so crazy, but it's like a mind game. Like, this is the time to be slowing down, focusing on love, relationships, and that includes loving yourself. Sit down, relax, watch TV, take nature walks, do all the positive, self-soothing things. You don't want to be in scarcity and start chugging beer or something like that because you want to drown your sorrows away. I know that sounds so cliche, but people do it. Those habits that we use to comfort ourselves, they just get a little bit worse when we feel like, man, a bit hopeless. Guys, mindfulness is the key. You know, life can be even heaven or hell. You have to dig deep and accept your circumstances. Just like that, the light is at the end of the tunnel. You know, be happy, you know, be a child. This next one is for the parents. I know you've been working so hard to make ends meet. You want to give your children, you want to provide them with a certain lifestyle, certain things. You don't want to have to think about it or scrape or move things around, or whatever the case may be. You may be doing really well for yourself, and you want your children to have better. You want to take vacations now, or maybe even just provide just the simple things like a meal. You'd be surprised how many people just go through under scarcity. Children will get on your nerves a little bit more. You know, they can, right? You may not have money, you may not have the time. Be mindful of the circumstances and how it can impact them. This is the time you need to be humanizing your children and kind of maybe even letting the small stuff go if you can. Kind of laughing at the fact that they're just children, and children are gonna do, a child's gonna do what a child's gonna do. Be sweet. Use that energy, become close to them, talk to them, and you know, you're under potentially emergency circumstances. You know, we're talking about scarcity here. No one likes to be going without, and kids ask for stuff like, man, just be sweet, be normal, nurture those relationships, and kind of act as though you are under the circumstances you are. Life, man, things come in. Life has many seasons, and you know, we have our droughts, we have our seasons where it rains a lot. So it's a journey, a spiritual journey. Things are gonna happen, and man, just give yourself some grace. Be easy on yourself. Be gentle with yourself and those around you. You're important. You matter. And those are just my words of encouragement. Feel free to comment. You know what I'm saying? Engage with me. I'll respond to the comments. That is Conscious Connect. I just want to talk about scarcity today and how it impacts relationships. Let me know if this helped you. Let me know if you have any questions. And that's all I got for y'all this time. Peace.